Welcome to Howard's Opinion, the premier destination for all things sports. I'm your host, Howard, and we're excited to dive into the world of athletics today. We've got a fantastic lineup of topics to discuss. But first, let's talk about what makes sports so thrilling: rivalries. You know, those intense matchups that get our hearts racing and make us cheer for our favorite teams with unbridled passion. Recently, I came across an article that ranked the top rivalries in North American sports, and I have to say, it got me thinking. The list included some of the most iconic showdowns, such as the Red Sox versus Yankees, Michigan versus Ohio State, and the Lakers versus Celtics. But what makes these rivalries so special? Is it the history, the geography, or something more? Take, for example, the 107-year rivalry between the New York Yankees and the Boston Red Sox. This isn't just a clash of two baseball teams, it's a cultural phenomenon that transcends the sport itself. The Curse of the Bambino is still talked about to this day, and who can forget the epic 2004 American League Championship Series when the Red Sox staged an unprecedented comeback from a 3-0 series deficit? Or consider the intense rivalry between the Green Bay Packers and the Chicago Bears. These two NFL powerhouses have been battling it out for over a century, with a history that's as rich as it is contentious. And then there's the storied rivalry between the Duke Blue Devils and the North Carolina Tar Heels, which has become synonymous with college basketball excellence. What the first find fascinating about these rivalries is how they can evoke strong emotions in us, from joy and excitement to anger and disappointment. They have a way of bringing people together, creating a sense of community and shared experience that's hard to find elsewhere. So, what do you think makes a great sports rivalry? Is it the on-field competition, the off-field drama, or something else entirely? We'll be right back with more fascinating sports news on Howard's Opinion. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion, folks. We're diving into the world of women's college basketball, where the third edition of the Women's Basketball Invitation Tournament is underway. Now, this tournament may not have the same prestige as the NCAA field, but it's a fantastic opportunity for teams to end their season on a high note and potentially springboard themselves into a stronger position for next year. The Big Ten has been dominant in the WBIT's brief history, with Illinois winning the inaugural event in 2024 and Minnesota taking home the title last year. Both of those teams saw significant improvements in their records and even secured NCAA bids the following season. So, it's clear that a successful run in the WBIT can have a lasting impact on these programs. This year's tournament features 32 teams vying for the championship, which will be played at Wichita State University for the first time. The bracket has been revealed, and games are being streamed live via the ESPN app, with the semifinals set to air on ESPNU and the championship game on ESPN2. As we take a look at the schedule, we've already seen some exciting matchups in the first and second rounds. Teams like Wisconsin, Stanford, and San Diego State have emerged victorious, while others have seen their seasons come to an end. The quarterfinals are just around the corner, with the semifinals and finals set to take place at Charles Koch Arena in Wichita, Kansas. Now, I know some of you may be thinking, Howard, why should I care about a tournament that's not the NCAA championship? Well, let me tell you folks. The WBIT is a great way to discover new talent, watch exciting basketball, and see teams that might not have gotten the recognition they deserved during the regular season. So, if you're a fan of women's college hoops, I encourage you to tune in and follow the action. You never know which team will make a deep run and capture the imagination of the nation. Welcome back to Howard's Opinion. As we wrap up today's show, I want to dive into the exciting world of college basketball. The NCAA tournament is in full swing, and we've got a thrilling matchup to discuss. The Oklahoma Sooners have punched their ticket to the Sweet 16 after taking down the Michigan State Spartans 77-71. Reagan Beers was the star of the show, putting up an impressive 18 points and grabbing 14 rebounds. Her dominance on the court was a key factor in the Sooners' victory. Alia Chavez also had a standout performance, adding 18 points and 6 assists to the board. The duo's combined efforts propelled Oklahoma to their second consecutive Sweet 16 appearance. On the other side of the court, Michigan State's Rashunda Jones led the charge with 20 points, while Kennedy Blair and Grace VanSlooten contributed 14 and 13 points respectively. Despite a strong first half, the Spartans were unable to maintain their momentum, ultimately falling short against the Sooners. As we look ahead to the next round, Oklahoma will face off against the winner of Monday's matchup between South Carolina and Southern California. Given their regular season win over South Carolina, the Sooners are sure to be confident heading into the Sweet 16. That's all for today's Howard's Opinion. Remember to like, share, and subscribe, and until next time, keep your head in the game.